So I believe I can be heard by everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone from wherever you are. In Kenya, it's actually 1:11 p.m. So that is basically it's a good afternoon from Kenya. So basically, the person speaking is Onyango Dongo, and Onyango Dongo is the brainchild, or rather is the mind behind this entire webinar that you're going to talk about the opportunities for the African youth in the post-COVID era. And I believe all of us, even as you're waiting for some of the participants to join, I believe that we are all aware of the 2-hour session and what we are going to cover, what it entails. So basically, I'll just be calling on those that are already on board, and probably if they can access the chat box, then they can just confirm that they are with us. So quickly, I'll start with from the top. That is according to the way it is on my list. We have Aichatou Bobaka. I hope I pronounced it rightly. So thank you so much for joining in. We have Christine on board. Thank you so much, Christine, for joining in. We have Fai Tengwe. I think she said that she's from Liberia. Thank you so much for joining in. We have Mr. Tedza, who is managing, of course, all the technical and the software frameworks. Thank you so much. Even for that, we have Technocamon 18P. I don't know who that might be, but thank you so much for joining. We have Adila Somali, one of our speakers. Thank you so much for joining in even this early. We have Daniels. Thank you so much for joining. We have Mr. Edmond Proten, one of our speakers is already in. We have Helen Mukuria. Helen, thank you so much for joining. We have Mr. Innocent Ainekan, that is the president, is just spoken. Thank you, Mr. President, for joining in. And even as you're waiting for other people to join, just like I've said, I'm Onyango Dongo from Kenya, and we are really waiting and very expectant to listen from that which our speakers have for us today. Yeah, I'm also seeing Dr. Ruguru Kimani, who is also one of our speakers, is with us on board. Thank you so much, Daktari, for joining in. Of course, we are really waiting to hear from you. Then we have Sagis Malam. Thank you so much, Sagis Malam, for joining in. We have Shaheen Somali. Thank you so much. We have iPhone. I don't know who that might be, but thank you so much for joining in.
Bonjour tout le monde. Je vais me charger de la traduction de l'anglais en français. Alors déjà, pour tout le monde, merci d'être là. Merci à tout le monde de participer, particulièrement à tous les noms qui ont été cités, en tout cas. Je ne saurais vous les reciter de façon chronologique, mais merci à tout le monde d'être là. Vous connaissez le thème d'aujourd'hui. Il est question de parler des opportunités des jeunes Africains du post après Covid. Donc, après le Covid, quelles sont les opportunités que les jeunes Africains ont? Et c'est sur ça que toutes ces personnes réunies aujourd'hui allons discuter. Merci.
Yeah, so I think more people are joining. Us. We have, well, let me just check the new entrants into our session. Yeah, we have Onekachi. Thank you so much for joining in. And we have Mami Fati Ken or Kane. Thank you so much for joining. So even to the ACC members, we are still calling on you guys to continue sharing up the link. Remember your friends, tag them along so that we have a full house. And by the time we hit, the half of the participants that registered, then I believe we'll be good to go. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Derry. Now, we are from the African Community Changers organization. It was a team that was formed in 3rd August 2020 during the COVID-19. The team was formed with 9 African countries at the initial stage, which was we have then where we have Nigeria, Cameroon, Rwanda, Kenya, Togo, Namibia, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Senegal, and with the hope that we will achieve a sustainable community in Africa. The main purpose where we came together to do was for we to join hands together to solve problem in African community. It was a task which every one of us was able to tax ourselves. That instead of we complaining about the issues in Africa, we can create solution to problems in the community, and then collaborate together to solve. Notwithstanding the country we are located, boundary was not an issue. We started on our organization online, but structures. We have people in different countries. We currently have 13 countries. Now we have increased from Nigeria, Cameroon, Rwanda, Kenya, Togo, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Niger Republic, Benin Republic, Republic of Congo, Uganda, Ghana, we have South Africa. So that has been the effort of my teammates. We work both online and offline. This project was initiated by teammates, and it's in phases. Conducted one already. Sarawak State, Nigeria. The aim of the project was to train leaders and then inspire them of the new way of doing things in Africa. And then the second one is this online event to train them on a webinar, like online training. Then the next one was coming up on September. That one is a physical project, which is also on training, and then the opportunity for African student, college student. That will happen in Republic of Congo. So the aim of our team, why we gathered the mission, was to take up the challenge and make a difference. We said we want to see an African community where problems are solved collectively, and we are not here to sit down and complain anymore. We want to take up the challenges and make a difference. Now, what we do, we identify problems in any locality and region in Africa, provide adequate solution as a team from African continent to eliminate it. Then we support and collaborate with people's problem solvers and idea generators in Africa. Whoever the person is, in as much as solving a problem, we want to address a problem in Africa. And we collaborate with them, we create the team, we support in every way, other material, with materials or human resources, make sure the project is executed. Then we coach and deploy leaders who understand the value of network, which extend far beyond the traditional confine. So if you can go to our website blog, you can see the project we have carried out already in different countries. We did that one, Kenya, Nigeria, and then Republic of Congo. Then we are currently also planning of working on a project in Namibia. So this is all we can say for now to manage our timing. Thanks so much for coming up. And then we'll, after this event, we wish to join hands with others to make sure African is developed. Thank you.
Comme vous avez écouté le président qui a longuement donné les détails de comment cette réunion a débuté, de African Community Changeurs à la base qui n'avait que 9 pays. Et après, ça a été un grand défi que les autres pays rejoignent. Ben, ça devient une grande communauté. Tous les pays qui ont été cités, les pays qui ont rejoint juste après la communauté, en tout cas, c'est un grand défi. C'est une grande famille maintenant aujourd'hui. Mais le but ici, c'est de relever le défi, essayer d'apprendre aux leaders de chaque pays ici, parce que les problèmes doivent se résoudre ensemble. Ces problèmes, ben, on les résoudra juste en étant ensemble, un peu comme aujourd'hui, sur ces webinaires qu'on a là. C'est pour identifier les problèmes, pousser les leaders à être un peu plus exemplaires. Voilà. Et surtout, les jeunes, parce que ce sont les jeunes toujours qui sont au milieu de tout ce problème-là. Il faut que les jeunes, il faut que ceux qui ont déjà plus de compétences sachent comment diriger les plus jeunes. Voilà, un peu pour le petit résumé de ce qui est ce webinaire d'aujourd'hui, que les leaders il faut les pousser, il faut les exhorter à être ensemble, comme ça, pour prendre ces défis un peu ensemble pour réussir.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. More people are joining. That is, we have Mr. David Francis. Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Mr. David Francis. So just at the chat box, participants, you can just type from where are you coming from which country, or rather which country are you representing in this conversation, so that we, whenever we are tagging or we're mentioning your name, we mention it together with the country. We will really appreciate. So just go to the chat bot, type in the country you're representing. If possible, you can attach a flag, just like Faya Tembe has just done, or that is from Liberia. So even as we're waiting for more people to join in, I think we can be doing that in the meantime.
Oui. Aya matara kuyagura biri kwanga. Mango and
Hello, Dari, can you hear me? Hello, Dari, can you hear me?
Yes, I can get you clearly, Mr. President.
Yeah, I think the first speaker sent the message because like the time difference will have confusion with the time, but he will join us soon. So the next speaker can take over.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries, no worries. So just before we get to that, let me just give some little, let me welcome Mr. Nweke Daniel from Nigeria, and even Christine says she's from Kenya. Thank you so much all for joining in. And I think at this moment, we will quickly get into the agenda of the day. And just like all of you are aware that we are talking about the opportunities that, you know, the African youth has, especially in the post-COVID era. We all understand that, you know, COVID hit probably by the end of 2019, 2020, the beginning of the 2020. And, you know, it brought with it embargoes and even, you know, advantages, the disadvantages, the opportunities and the challenges that it presented until to some extent we managed it. And now here we are. We can say that Africa, for example, has made a little, you know, efforts towards managing the pandemic. And basically, the purpose of this conversation is predicated on, you know, the opportunities that these speakers, and especially, you know, the keynote speakers that the ACC brought on board, what they feel and what they, based on their experiences and even based on their learning, the African youth can tap into, especially during this era, or the post-COVID. So quickly, maybe if I were to take you through maybe our first speaker, just like Mr. President has said that, you know, because of the time differences, he might not be joining us at the moment. So we're going to quickly get to a keynote speech from Dr. Ruguru Kimani, who is a Kenyan in this case, and the CEO at Exciting Parenting. She's a medical doctor at Forbes Africa 30 under 30. She's also I think Miss President, not even I think, she's actually the Miss President, Kiambu County. And probably I'll just read through her profile before we welcome her on board. So the Guru is a medical doctor, currently a general practitioner. She runs a parenting and child health blog called Exciting Parenting. That is www.excitingparenting.com. On her platform, she discusses matters of child health and parenting, targeting young parents through the impact of her work. On 3rd June 2022, she was named a Forbes Achiever, Forbes Africa 30 under 30 as one of the 2 females in the health in the list. More to that, she prides herself as having received top 35 under 35 award in August during the International Youth Day. This award was accorded for her impact in the community by the United Nations, the Ministry of ICT and Youth Affairs, and even the Youth Agenda Kenya. Currently, she is the Miss President contest representing Kiambu County. She's also heavily interested in policy making in health, as evidenced by her great investment in research. She has worked for the Annals of Africa Surgery, the publishing body of the Surgical Society of Kenya, as an editorial intern. Currently, she handles a special publication in the journal Beyond Surgery to look into the lives of doctors and see what policies can be addressed into improving their lives. Her aspirations are to have a medical system that champions equality and responsiveness when it comes to the health delivery in Kenya and even the world at large. Thank you so much. And guys, let's give it up for Dr. Ruguru Kimani, even as she sits on stage.
Sorry. Moderator, please, anytime you are speaking, just give it short the time for the French translator to translate.
Alors voilà, c'est comme l'a fait le modérateur. Cette réunion ici, c'est une réunion d'orientation, en tout cas des jeunes après Covid. Les jeunes, il faut les réorienter dans quel domaine est-ce qu'il faut faire. Et cette orientation-là, ça viendra de quelques leaders qui ont un peu de connaissances. Un peu comme aujourd'hui, l'intervenante qui va passer tout à l'heure, juste après mon interprétation, c'est le docteur Ruguru Kimani, une docteure, elle est docteure. Actuellement, elle est, je pense, elle est chirurgienne, voilà. Elle est chirurgienne. C'est elle, avec son expérience, et elle va conseiller les jeunes, parler aux jeunes, les orienter, parce que l'Afrique en a besoin. Donc, juste après moi, il y aura le docteur Kimani Ruguru du Kenya qui va intervenir.
Okay, Dario. Hello, Dario.
No sense, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think the French speaker just finished.
Yeah, the French speaker had just finished translating the profile of the Dr. Kamani, so we're kind of welcoming her on the stage to take up the lead.
Okay.
Donc voilà, la docteur Kimani se prépare pour prendre la parole. Ça pourrait prendre quelques instants encore.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. So I got lost around with the what do you call it? The translation. And I'm excited to be here today. As you've had, that's a very nice introduction with me. I been called upon to speak about the opportunities of the youth in Africa. I can say that we have a whole place, what do they call it? A lake to take from, because as Africa, this is where it's a growing continent, and investors are really digging into Africa to help those who are ready to be helped. And so speaking for myself, I'm a blogger. I started a small blog with around $30. I only spent $30 to start my business, and it's taken me to the world, Forbes Africa, top 35 under 35. So I'm here to talk about the opportunities of the youth, but mostly in the digital platform, because as you can see, I'm a doctor, but I've been able to speak into and gather information and also look into the digital aspect of Africa and exploit it. So how I speak for opportunities in Africa is that the youth need to invest in the digital platforms, see what the internet needs to have, and also convert their hobbies and their wishes and their talents and their professions right into the online platform. So that's my short speech to encourage the youth to look digital, to convert their businesses into applications, convert their jobs into blogs, talk about what they have to do, convert what they're doing into YouTube channels. And with that, we're going to see ourselves reaching beyond Africa, because we have the opportunities, we have the talent, we have the careers. We just need to invest into the digital space to be able to get known and to be able to take off. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Donc
so
voilà.
can you kind of...
Donc comme l'a dit le docteur, pour elle, l'Afrique, c'est encore un continent tout frais, tout vert. C'est un continent tout frais, tout vert. Et elle, en tant que docteur, tout ce qu'elle peut faire, c'est d'encourager les jeunes. Aujourd'hui, sur Internet, sur les médias, on voit les jeunes. Il faut juste les encourager. Le but ici, c'est de montrer aux jeunes un peu tout ce grand vide qu'il y a encore dans l'Afrique. L'Afrique a besoin de ces jeunes. Voilà, l'Afrique a besoin de ces jeunes. Il faut pousser donc ces jeunes-là au travail. Il faut leur ouvrir les yeux, il faut leur pousser au travail, essayer de bien les réorienter. Voilà. Donc, et aussi au-delà de l'Afrique, c'est le même combat, le même challenge. Voilà.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting and motivational speech from Doug. But Doug, if I may just want to ask you a few questions, African youth are listening and they are kind of interested on how to, navigate through whatever they are doing and maybe putting them in an online platform where people can be able to see them. So if I may just ask you a very quick question, can you just kind of give us like a process, one or two process, how one can start up, a blogging business? Somebody might be like asking, what I'm doing now, okay, how can I start this process? So can you just give us like a little rundown on how one can start up this blog business? It might not really be in the medical aspect of putting, but it can also be in whatever some of these African youth are doing. They might be interested in this, but they don't really know how to start up the process. If you can just use your own story to share to us. Thank you, Doc.
Donc, voilà, question pour docteur, c'est de savoir vraiment, en tant que jeune, s'il faut commencer, comment est-ce qu'il faut procéder, voilà, donc pour faire sa cour, commencer, parce que là, comment commencer? Est-ce qu'il suffit juste de dire, il faut pousser le jeune à travailler, il faut le faire, non, comment le faire, la procédure?
So we're going to be taking our next speaker. Kindly share the profile of our next speaker, who is the Shahin Somali. Can you share this slide for us, please?
Sorry, I think the first speaker is around now.
Oh, okay, it's around now.
Yeah.
Et là, on va passer peut-être à la deuxième ou des intervenantes, celle qui va parler, qui est peut-être du Somalie. Donc, peut-être qu'elle se prépare pour passer celle de la Somalie.
So we're going to be taking our first speaker, who is a German melody, a philanthropist, an investor, an entrepreneur, and an author. She serves as an international networking pioneer and one of the most connected professionals in the world. She's the founder of Atlanta Shopping Network, the Moody Gala, Become Endless International, and the chairman and the CEO of Moody Capital. Partner. She's also an author of the 14 Laws of Networking, 50 Seeds of Greatness, and 5 Rules for Networking with Millionaires and Billionaires. So it's our pleasure of welcoming you to speak to the African youth and just use your opportunities and some of the experiences you have gathered to help us, build ourselves. Thank you and welcome to the stage, Chairman Moody.
Hey everybody from America. You know, I just first want to say thank you, Innocent, and your team for inviting me to be a part of this incredible event, African Community Changers Conference. This is such a unique and significant moment for all of us. We're living in a time of unlimited access, and the power of the internet and networking really does place the entire world in the palm of your hands. Right now, there are people across the globe that are waiting to help you fulfill your dreams, waiting to help you become successful and do everything you've ever dreamed of doing. I have a friend in Ukraine, and he has his own business. Even during the war, I get the chance to check on him every day, and that's only made possible through the internet. It's only made possible for the fact that we now have the world in the palm of our hands, which is the internet. And he contacted me recently to help him get some colleagues in New York and London because he wants to ship some of his products to America and to the UK. And like I said, this wouldn't have been possible if we weren't in such a significant time and era of technology where the world is in the palm of our hands. For those who know me, I started hosting networking events around the world back in 2009, and I would send out invites on LinkedIn. People would pay to get tickets, and I would use that money to fly to these events. So I literally created a world tour simply by the internet, simply because the world is now in the palm of our hands. Also, I write a lot of different books, and in my books, I include the world. I find out who wants to participate in the books. And my last two books, 50 Seeds of Greatness and The 40 Laws of Networking. In the 50 Cs, I included participants in 106 countries. In the 40 Laws of Networking, I included participants in 130 countries. This was only made possible because the internet and me networking, which places the world in the palm of our hands. So my message today to all of you is that we are living in such a significant time. And if you can tap into the power of networking and use that with the internet, you can meet people all over the world who are willing to partner with you, inspire you, create with you, collaborate with you. It is such an amazing thing, and I'm a testament and a witness to that. My question to you all, my challenge to you today is how many people and how many friends will you get to know now that you know the world is in the palm of your hands? How much will you learn now that you know the world is in the palm of your hands? How many business ideas can you create with those all over the world through networking now that the world is in the palm of your hands? I just stopped by today to remind you and to let some of you know for the first time that we are living in an era where everything is possible, but you want to be connected. You want to take advantage of the internet. You want to take advantage of technology, sites like LinkedIn, and also Facebook and other sites, but you want to start networking and use this power, use this era, use this moment to build relationships all over the world, because there are people, like I said, waiting to help you be successful all over the world. So again, the world is in the palm of your hands. Take the internet, take networking, combine those two together, and I guarantee you everything is possible. Thank you, Innocent. Thank you to your team. I am so excited to be a part of African Community Changers Conference. What a great idea. What a great event. I love you guys.
Voilà, c'est comme l'a dit Monsieur Moudi Germain. Lui, il est plus connu dans le domaine de réseau, Internet en tout cas. Et il dit qu'actuellement, avec le monde, avec Internet, on a le monde entre nos mains. Et pour sa petite anecdote, qui parle de son ami en Ukraine, et lui, il est aux États-Unis. Son ami en Ukraine, bien avant et pendant la guerre, s'en sortent bien grâce à Internet. Aujourd'hui, le monde, tout va vite grâce à Internet. Donc, lui, sa question était pour dire franchement, combien d'amis est-ce que vous avez, vous, aujourd'hui? Combien avec qui vous faites-vous du business, des affaires aujourd'hui? Parce qu'aujourd'hui, avec Internet, vous avez la possibilité de faire beaucoup de choses. Voilà. Donc, ces questions ici sont des questions pour tout le monde. Comme, combien d'amis, combien de personnes, combien d'affaires, combien de business est-ce que vous avez déjà fait? Voilà.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mahmoud. We really appreciate your motivation and really appreciate your take this morning and how you kind of helped us understand, the importance of, networking is really, really a key to success, especially now that we're in a global world. So we so much appreciate you. I still want to let the participant know, in case you have a question, so you have the chat box to, put in your question, so we can be able to address that, at the end of this webinar, so that the speakers will have time to respond to the questions where you kind of have some things you want to clarify. So we are moving on. So we're going to be inviting our third speaker this morning. So can you kindly help share the profile of the third speaker, Shaheen Somali. So our third speaker is Shaheen Somali. Is an innovative and tech-oriented individual. She joined Wakanda 4.0 as a sales executive in 2021 with intent to explore the fintech industry and experience new technology throughout her professional journey. She's passionate about tech world, and Shaheen has also acted as a global ambassador for Mauritius for the Women Tech Network, and is a member of Women in Tech, an international nonprofit organization. She's proud to be a part of the first 100 members of the African Emerging Tech Hub in Mauritius. So we are honored to have you in our mix this morning, Mrs. Shaheen, as you kind of explore and teaches us, the experiences in the tech world, and also help us to understand how we as an African youth could explore such and be able to impact meaningfully to our respective, countries. Thank you and welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here today. Thank you, Innocent and ACC team for inviting me to share my experience.
Can you translate first? Sorry, please, can the translator translate first before you move? Because of...
Voilà, comme l'a dit le modérateur avant que Madame Shaheen Somali n'intervienne sur Mali, le modérateur a d'abord remercié Monsieur Moudi Germain. En tout cas, il a beaucoup apprécié son intervention. Et aussi, les questions sont ouvertes à tous les participants qui sont là. Vous avez le droit de poser des questions. C'est à vous de poser vos questions aussi. Donc, questions ou réponses, vous avez le droit de réagir. Et juste après, vous avez Madame Shaheen Somali qui a déjà tout à l'heure pris la parole. Elle va continuer juste après moi. Donc, Madame Shaheen Somali elle est là pour aussi, toujours dans le même élan, parler et partager son expérience. Merci. À vous, Madame Shaheen.
Thank you. So, short introduction of myself. I'm Shaheen, a citizen of Mauritius who is deeply involved in the tech industry. I'm an ambassador from Mauritius for the Women Tech Network, a community founded in 2019. I also hold a position, like you've mentioned, in the administration and business development department at Wakanda 4.0. So we are a Mauritius-based company which evolves in the blockchain and cryptocurrency community. Coming to the theme of today's event, COVID-19 has acted as a catalyst for digitalization. I must say that COVID-19 has brought a rise in digitalization. Many of us realized the importance of going digital at that very moment. The urgency was such that the world at large embraced digital transformation in order to be able to operate successfully. An example could be remote working, where we had seen the significance of technology. It has allowed businesses to carry on their operations during the hard times of COVID-19. business owners choose to operate online by developing the e-commerce website where clients can visit, they can order food or other products. Some of them have integrated a chatbot on the platform too, just they can chat with customers and better advise them. We also have experts who've been exploring to what extent new technologies can bring out the best for us. Technology is present in many industries today. I can say most of them. It is an entirely new form of globalization. Personally, I think that young people do have a bright future in front of them in terms of career. We do have some cool job opportunities in the tech sector. For example, Web 3.0. Web 3 provides us with a far more personalized browsing experience. We have the blockchain technology. This technology allows us to do multiple activities without having to involve a third party. For example, if you're in cryptocurrency, you can transfer it from one wallet to another without having, without using the bank. What you will be doing if you have to transfer your fiat currency. So digitalization is being embraced mostly everywhere in this world. Most people think that with the coming new technologies, lots of employed people might lose their jobs, manual tasks, for example. But this is not the way. We should provide training to shift, to be able to, let's say, for example, people who are performing manual tasks, they can upskill themselves to be able to do technology related tasks. So for the new generation, we should implement new concepts, new areas, fields of studies. We need a rise in courses such as blockchain development, machine learning. Youngsters need to have access to high-tech quality education because this is the future. There is a shortage of coders, programmers, and we have multinationals looking for expertise from Africa on the technological side. So like I said, we need to change the syllabus from at primary, secondary, and tertiary level. We need to introduce technology to the coming generation at an early age. And also we are increasingly seeing a demand for labor in tech. This is because technology can be applied in any field to simplify a lot of things. For example, let's take a car shop. Tomorrow they want to go on a metaverse, that is buy a digital plot of land and build up their shop there. How will this contribute to employment? They will need to hire someone who will be present in the metaverse, in the digital shop. They will, in order to deal and advise clients. What I want to say is that everything is being automated nowadays, thus providing a rise in demand for tech-related jobs. It's true that when compared to other regions, Africa is way behind in terms of technological advancement. We should agree that we are also making significant progress in advancing technology. We have South Africa, which is the most developed startup ecosystem in Africa. I believe Africa is ready for Web3. Our youth are now educated, and we have a consciousness as a continent about the power of 3.0. And we also have a lot of global tech businesses which are now flocking to the African shores. So the young people, I would like to say that it is not just in terms of getting jobs, but youngsters can become entrepreneurs. Like I mentioned at the start, they can create their own e-commerce platform where they sell their products, online business. So in terms of innovation, Africa has always lagged behind, but I think it is a unique opportunity to leapfrog by making use of the emerging technologies that we now have. And I would encourage youngsters to, if they are thinking of having their own business, so they should implement emerging technologies in their business, and it should be scalable. So it's not a necessity for you to code or be greatly hands-on with technology in order to do work in tech. I therefore encourage and support youngsters to welcome the opportunities that they get, to put in the hard work needed to get the job done. So go for what you want and believe that you can do it. I welcome your questions, should you have any. Thank you.
Voilà, comme vous dit,
let's welcome the translator.
Merci beaucoup. Comme le dit Madame Chahine, pour les jeunes, déjà, la période Covid a mis les gens face à la digitalisation. On a vu à quel point, pendant la pandémie, la digitalisation était au centre de presque pratiquement tout. Et tout part de là-bas. Donc, Covid a ouvert les yeux. Voilà, Covid a ouvert les yeux. Et déjà, sur, par exemple, la crypto-monnaie, aujourd'hui, la crypto-monnaie, quand on veut, par exemple, envoyer de l'argent à d'autres personnes, on n'a pas besoin de la transaction d'une banque, on s'en sert. Donc, ça fait partie ici des marges futures, ce qui nous attend dans le futur. Et encore, comme insiste Madame Chahine, les jeunes doivent se faire éduquer dans le domaine informatique. Et une éducation est vraiment aussi la clé. C'est s'éduquer dans l'informatique, se préparer au futur. Il faut se préparer au futur. Aujourd'hui, la digitalisation, on fait tout avec. Vendre, travailler, et surtout que les jeunes, qu'ils pensent entrepreneuriat, qu'ils pensent à créer eux-mêmes, qu'ils soient créatifs, qu'ils vendent des produits. Aujourd'hui, tout se fait avec Internet. Voilà. Donc, comme l'a dit Madame Chahine, on attend vos questions. S'il y en a, elle sera la bienvenue à répondre à toutes vos questions. Merci.
Thank you so much for your wonderful translation. So I still encourage you to kind of come up with your question, put them in the chat box so that the speakers will address that later. So I welcome the next moderator, Odongo, to take up and introduce our next speaker.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Victor. And we also take this opportunity to thank those that have just joined us, quite a number of them. I may not be in a position to tell because, the way they're arranged here, I might repeat. So thank you so much. I'm seeing Mr. John Kita has joined us on board, and even for the three speakers that we just had, that is Dr. Ruguru Kimani, we've had Dr. Jermaine Moody, and now we've also had Ms. Shaheen Somali, who's just told us about blockchain technology. I think that is what I'm taking home today, and I'm pretty much willing and ready to learn more about the blockchain. My question will just be on the chat box in a few minutes time. So quickly, maybe even as members are joining, we are still insisting and we are still reiterating that if you have any questions, kindly put them on the chat box. Then we will be able to sift through and direct them to responsible speakers. Maybe if I would have a share or a profile of the next speaker, kindly.
Comme vous pouvez le remarquer, tout à l'heure, là, il y aura l'intervenant, Monsieur Dr Pritanou, qui est fondateur, menteur de web mobile, donc développeur des applications. voilà, qui va aussi partager son expérience tout à l'heure qui va venir. Donc,
Okay, fine. So our next speaker is Mr. Edmond Prutenu, a web stroke mobile developer and the founder of Mentor Without Borders, which is a group of passionate professionals who are helping young people from various partner organizations. And ACC happens to be one of the beneficiaries of, the mentorship of Mr. Edmond Prutenu with the, of course, with the Mentor Without Borders. So let us give it up for Mr. Edmond Prutenu, even as he's taking the stage. Thank you so much. We are humbled and even honored to have the founder himself on board, even engaging the African youth on probably the opportunities that in your experience and even in your practice, in your spaces and amongst the people you've connected and networked with, you found out that if these opportunities are tapped into by the African youth, then they will definitely have an empowered citizenry. Thank you so much, sir, and the stage is open for you.
Thank you very much for the introduction and for the opportunity to speak on this panel. And well, as already written there and as said earlier in the introduction, my name is Edmond Prutenu. I'm from Romania, and I'm the founder of Mentors Without Borders, which is a group of passionate professionals who are helping the young people from our various partner organizations become passionate professionals themselves. And we do this activity because we believe that passion is the most efficient way for anyone to live like a joyful life full of satisfaction, especially in the work that we do. Right, passion is very important because it can bring us both professional satisfactions and financial ones as well, and it will lead again to living a joyful life. And at the moment, at least, most of our mentors are professional programmers. And this is because before starting this initiative, which was roughly 3.5 years ago, I had worked as a professional programmer myself for almost 14 years. But especially since we started collaborating with one of the largest tech companies in the world called Atlassian, we've had mentors from other fields as well, such as human resources, product management, project management, graphic design, customer support, and so on. And we will continue to expand to other fields as well. And each mentor from our group teaches his or her students. And again, the organizations that we are partnering with are helping us connect with students. We have, most of our partner organizations are from various African countries, more than 10 African countries. And we have a few partner organizations in Southeast Asia as well. Okay, and as I was mentioning earlier, each mentor teaches what he or she knows best based on their own area of expertise. But apart from sharing their professional knowledge and skills, we also want our students to develop the very important skill of setting very clear professional goals. And we are teaching them how to pursue these clear goals with a lot of focus, patience, drive, perseverance, and joy as well. And this is a very important skill for them to have, because no matter how well-intentioned the mentors are, and obviously the mentors are very well-intentioned, they really want to help their students succeed. But no matter how well-intentioned the mentors are, if the students themselves don't have these very clear goals in mind, and if they don't pursue them with enough patience, focus, drive, and joy, they are very likely to drop out at some point. And if the students drop out, obviously no one is happy, neither the mentors nor the students. Yeah, this is why it's so important for the students to develop this kind of passion and drive. And for this purpose, we teach all of our students 3 very simple yet extremely powerful exercises, which I would like to talk about briefly because they are actually at the core of our mentorship program. So the first exercise is the mentor process goal steps. And this exercise is about setting a clear goal, as I was mentioning earlier. And the goal that I recommend to all of our students in the introductory course that I have with them is I want to work in my preferred field and have an income of at least $1,000 per month, right? And this income can be increased to 2,000, 3,000, whatever it is, but it's important to have this income component in order to make the goal as clear and specific as possible. Some students might also set goals such as, I want to start my own business and achieve a level of profit of at least, say, $50,000 during the first year or second year or something like this. But again, the goal has to be as clear and specific as possible. And what we encourage our students to do afterwards, preferably on a daily basis, is to keep asking themselves the very simple yet extremely powerful question: what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? And as you can see, this is a very simple question. Anyone can ask themselves this question starting from day one, but as simple as it is, this question is extremely powerful because it will allow our students to generate a continuous stream of ideas, energy, and confidence channeled towards their goals. And ideas, first of all, are very important because they will need to take a sequence of steps, right, in order to achieve their goals. And in order to know what steps to take, they need to come up with ideas. And obviously, the mentors are helping them with many ideas, but the students also need to make their own logical connections between the present moment and the moment in the future when they will achieve their goal. And the ideas come from the subconscious mind, which is this giant warehouse where we keep storing everything that we see, hear, feel, do, think throughout our lives, right? So all our life's experience gets stored there permanently, like on a computer hard drive. So when we think about the goal and we keep asking ourselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? What we actually do is that we are digging for ideas in this giant warehouse that we have at our disposal. And in this way, we might get an idea today, another one tomorrow, another one next week, another one next month, or even multiple ideas per day. And with each and every idea that we get, the plan for achieving our goal becomes clearer and clearer in our minds. And as we act on this evolving plan, we get closer and closer to our goal. So basically, by reminding ourselves of our goals, no matter what those goals are, and no matter how ambitious they are, right? And we keep asking ourselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? We keep coming up with these ideas. And at some point, the plan that we have in our minds is so clear and complete that we know that, okay, I have to do this, this, and that, and I will achieve my goal. So this is the point where we want our students to get to. But with the help of the same simple mental process, they'll also get more and more energy to act on those ideas. And the energy comes from the habit of thinking about their goal, asking themselves, what else can I do in order to achieve it? Habits are extremely powerful. Habits are those processes that gradually get transferred from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind understands at some point that, okay, I got it, this is what you want. So if this is what you want, this is what I'm going to keep giving to you. So it takes control of this process and it keeps it running on autopilot in the background on anything group, and it keeps pushing the body to act according to the steps that are part of that process and in the direction of the goal, which is at the end of the process. So in this way, our students develop that really powerful energy and willingness to do whatever it takes until they achieve their goals with the help of the same simple mental process, right? Think about the goal as themselves. What else can I do in order to achieve it? And as an added bonus, apart from ideas and energy, they also get more and more confidence because the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality, right? It has no clue whatsoever. It doesn't know or care. Any process that we run in our minds, we feel that it has already happened in reality. So this is why, as our students keep thinking about their goal, asking themselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? They get this increasing feeling that they've already, yes?
Yeah, please, can the French translator translate? Because it will be too much for him to speak, finish up, please.
Sure, definitely. So like as a summary of what I've said so far, the mental process of thinking about the clear goal, right? No matter how ambitious, and asking ourselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal, helps us achieve three main things: ideas, energy, and confidence, right? We generate these three very important benefits, right? We get these three very important benefits. And yeah, so if you want to translate shortly, you can just take this idea, right? That it's very important to have clear goals in mind and keep asking ourselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal?
It can when you speak, you give us a period, a gap for this translator. The French translator is here because there are some people joining that speak French. So that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
Sure.
Alors, tout à l'heure, la réaction de M. Anessian et M. Edmond, c'était juste pour que M. Edmond laisse un peu de temps pour qu'on traduise en français de peur que ça soit trop. Mais bon, voilà. M. Edmond Pritanou est un web développeur qui vient de Roumanie. Il est roumain. Alors, il est aussi fondateur de Mentors sans frontières. Mentors sans frontières. Donc, il n'est pas, non pas seulement un programmeur professionnel comme il a su se présenter, mais il est aussi monteur. Donc, mentor, excusez-moi, il est mentor. Donc, le but ici, en tant que mentor, ce qu'ils font comme travail, c'est de motiver les jeunes, les enseigner, mais non pas seulement enseigner les jeunes, mais pousser les jeunes à développer des buts précis dans leur vie, des buts dans leur avenir, qu'ils aient des objectifs bien clairs et définis. Et surtout se poser des questions quand on n'arrive pas à atteindre ces objectifs, de faire un post-mortem, de chercher qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché, qu'est-ce qui n'a pas donné. Donc ici, les jeunes doivent être formés, donc se préparer, être capables de cela. Et étant fondateur de Mentors sans frontières, le but ici, c'est de surveiller ces jeunes, de les pousser, de les orienter. Voilà un peu pour faire très, très court, parce que c'est un moyen très efficace aussi pour réussir, comme il a su le souligner. Le moyen efficace ici, c'est de toujours veiller à voir la procédure. À quel niveau est-ce que le projet que tu t'es défini est? Quelle étape est-ce que tu atteins? Et toujours veiller à voir. Cela vraiment augmente les chances de réussite. Dixit, Monsieur Edmond Priton de la Roumanie. Merci.
Thank you. Okay, so just to quickly recap, right, the first exercise from our training is that of setting a very clear professional goal, and then asking ourselves regularly, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal, so that we keep generating ideas and confidence channel towards that goal. The second exercise is a very simple yet extremely efficient relaxation method. And relaxation is very important in those moments when we get a bit, impatient, frustrated, discouraged, worried, stressed, which happens, right, to each and every one of us in the pursuit of our goals. And it's very important to relax efficiently in those moments, so that we return to that nice, calm, relaxed, peaceful state in which, no problems since the beginning more, we become much more patient, much more willing to take whatever steps are necessary to achieve our goals. So it's a totally different experience. And for relaxing, we teach this progressive muscle relaxation method, which has been invented by a famous psychologist called Edmund Jacobson back in the 1930s. And progressive muscle relaxation simply means tensing and relaxing each part of the body, and at the end, the entire body. So let's say that I'm taking a certain step in the pursuit of my goal, and at some point I get a bit impatient, frustrated, angry, discouraged, whatever. And at that point, I know that I have to relax, right? So I usually start with the shoulders. I tense the shoulders, I let them relax. I tense the arms, I let them relax. I tense the chest, I let it relax. I tense the stomach, I let it relax, and so on. And at the end, I tense the entire body, and I focus on how I'm letting the entire body relax until I reach that really feel good relax state. So this focusing part on how I'm letting the entire body relax in the final stage of this relaxation method is very important, so that I'm able to achieve that nice, calm, relaxed, peaceful, very pleasant relaxation state. So basically, this relaxation will be like my feel-good oasis in the pursuit of my goals whenever I get stressed, impatient, frustrated, whatever it is. So this is very important for our students as well. Okay, so if you'd like to translate this part also.
Ah, donc voilà, un peu comme le dit Monsieur Edmond, surtout aussi dans le but d'atteindre ces objectifs. Ici aussi, il faut penser à la relaxation, et parmi, dans ce domaine, il y a beaucoup de techniques. Une technique, par exemple, mise en place par le psychologue Jacobson, c'est une technique de relaxation, se détendre, danser, jouer, bouger les épaules, même danser aussi. Même danser, donc ça fait partie des techniques de relaxation. En tant que pour eux, mentor, que pour les étudiants que eux ils forment, faut se relaxer.
Okay. Thank you. And yeah, so far we have the mental process goal steps, right? Thinking about the goal, asking ourselves, what else can I do in order to achieve it each and every day, so that we keep generating that continuous stream of ideas, energy, and confidence. We have the relaxation method, this progressive muscle relaxation. And the third exercise is a super focus method, which is also very simple. Whatever step I'm taking in the pursuit of my goal, I just need to realize whenever I get distracted by the thoughts and switch my focus back to the activity at hand. And in this way, I'm disciplining my mind to stay focused for longer and longer periods of time on those activities that will eventually take me to my goal. Okay, so again, these three exercises are at the core of our entire mentorship program. They are helping our students build their own logical connections in their own minds for achieving their goals, right? And the mentors come in to fill in the gaps in their plans and also give them good ideas and suggestions for steps that they could take in order to achieve their goals, and share their knowledge and experience, which will also be very helpful for the students. Okay, and I don't know if I have 2 more minutes in which I could show how the MWB Connect app that works, that helps our students connect with mentors. If not, we can talk about this with the participants on this panel who would be interested in participating in our mentorship program. So yeah, Innocent, if let me know if I can also show the app quickly.
If you can share, but why trying to put on the French translator can translate and then you put on your screen. Thank you.
Sure.
Ben, comme le dit toujours Monsieur Edmond, s'il avait un peu plus de temps pour un peu plus montrer un peu plus de technique, parce qu'il est très important de prendre du temps de relaxation pour bien visualiser un peu là où certains défauts peuvent venir. Ici, il parle toujours dans les buts et comment rester efficace dans l'atteinte des buts. Donc, défaut de temps peut-être, s'il en a, il montrera un peu quelques techniques ou donner peut-être des liens pour que ceux qui veulent encore suivre plus belle apprennent encore.
Okay. Thank you. So I will show, if I can share my screen here. Let's see if I have the permission. I think I do. Okay, so I will quickly show how the MWB Connect app works that our students are using in order to connect with mentors and practice the 3 exercises that I've mentioned. Okay, so I will go quickly through the MWB training part. Our students, in order to receive the MWB certificate after 3 months, they have to keep asking themselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? And add in the app at least 1 step per week for achieving that goal, right, according to the ideas that they get. And they also have to solve 3 quizzes related to the 3 exercises that I mentioned. So when they press go, they get the 3 quizzes first. The first quiz is about the mental process goal steps. The next one is about the quick and deep relaxation method and so on. Okay, and then when they press that step, they can add a new step, right, for achieving a goal. In order to add a new step, they have to take a few minutes to ask themselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? So they will add, 1 step after another. And in this way, they get into the habit of asking themselves this very powerful question, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? And they can always update the goal here. Like I said, it can be either I want to work in a company or as a freelancer and have this income per month, or I want to start my own business and make this profit per year. Like the goal can really be anything. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is for the goal to be as clear and specific as possible. Okay, and then in order to connect with mentors, our students press this Find Mentor button. Here they can see the fields where we currently have available mentors. At the moment, we only have available mentors for programming because, well, the other mentors for product management, project management, human resources, customer support have been taken, well, all of them basically recently. So we have a few more mentors right now, but more mentors are joining us on a regular basis. So when I press programming, I can see first a list of compelling reasons for pursuing a career in this field, right? And when I press Find Mentor, I can see the list of available programmers, available mentors for programming. And here, actually, we can also see Surya, who is, well, the moderator of this panel. So thank you, Surya, again, for being a mentor in our group. Okay, and yes, you can see other mentors here. The students can send lesson requests to their preferred mentors based on their preferred subfields and skills and the availabilities that the mentors have added to their profiles. So the students can choose a certain subfield and an availability and then send the lesson request to that mentor. And when the mentor receives the lesson request, he or she will add the Google Meet or Zoom link for the lessons and also select a number of lessons. They might start with 1 or 2 lessons, but then they can add more lessons gradually. Okay, so yeah, I think there is someone who has the microphone that is not muted. So yeah, in order to have, for everyone to have a better experience, kindly mute your microphone. Okay, so yeah, if you have if any one of you has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can ask these questions in the chat. And if you'd like to join us, if any of you would like to join us, feel free to reach out to Innocent, and we can organize a WhatsApp group, and I can send you an onboarding link if you'd like to download the app and be part of our mentorship program. Okay, thank you. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or via, you can ask by voice, whichever you prefer.
Okay, hello, I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah. How do you join
Like
that
this,
that you?
hello, sorry. Please, can you wait, let the translator translate so that it won't be too lengthy for you to translate?
Sure, definitely. Well, I'm not sure if you mean to translate the app part, because, well, I'm not sure how.
No, if summarize, the translator will summarize it, and then the question will ask, the person asking the question will ask. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ben, comme vous avez vu, monsieur Edmond a montré tout à l'heure, c'est un peu une façon, une gestion un peu de comment préparer pour ne pas se perdre. C'est comme une forme de gestion de plans et d'objectifs. Les images que vous avez vues défiler, un peu pour revenir un peu de ce qu'il disait un peu plus tôt, définir les buts et savoir où ça ne marche pas, et surtout prendre du temps pour se relaxer, pour éviter de se perdre, parce que c'est toujours un long process. Donc, cette procédure, il faut donc suivre. Donc, Monteurs sans frontières, c'est un peu ces moyens qu'ils utilisent avec eux et les étudiants. Donc, ça peut être aussi un modèle à suivre. En tout cas, c'est un peu ce qui a été le résumé de tout ce qui a été montré et fait là. Donc, Monteurs sans frontières a une technique qu'ils ont mis en place. Et cette technique ici, la gestion des objectifs et éviter de se perdre.
Okay, thank you. So I see this question from already Simon. When is the training starting, and is there any fee for registration or any cost? So this mentorship program is completely free for all of our students, and it can start at any time. For those who would be interested, please reach out to Innocent, and we can create a WhatsApp group, and I will send you an onboarding link. Yeah, please reach out to Innocent, and we'll arrange from there.
So I guess, madam, please translate before we move on. So I guess. Hello, Sagis.
Excuse, I'm very sorry. I've changed the user. Donc, comme l'a dit, vraiment toutes mes excuses. La technologie a ses caprices. La dernière partie de Monsieur Edmond, j'ai pas pu capter. En tout cas, toutes mes excuses, c'est pas volontaire. J'ai un souci technique. Voilà. Donc, if Mr. Edmond can take back or Mr. Innocent can take back, that's why I'm telling you. I have some trouble. That's why I've changed the user. Thank you.
Yeah, so I believe I'm heard. So basically, thank you so much, Mr. Edmond, for the presentation. And I think I've noted quite a number of things that by the end of this, we just like you said, that if there is any participant who is interested in getting in touch with Mentors Without Borders, then they can actually reach out either to Mr. Innocent, who is the president, or yeah, I think there's also a question that you just seen. Probably you can take that up before we continue.
If you're referring to Obedi Simon's question, I have already answered it. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're referring to another question.
Okay, fine. So quickly, maybe if we would, if there's no other question, probably that is directed to you at the moment, I think we can take this opportunity to invite our last speaker of the day before we take up all the questions. Then, we forward them to the relevant speakers. I think if I would have the profile of the last speaker kindly.
Donc, le modérateur demande s'il peut avoir le profil du prochain intervenant. Donc, le prochain intervenant va bientôt passer. Donc, merci.
Okay, fine. Okay, so our next and I think the last speaker of the day is Miss Magnificat Alexia Obaya, who is an entrepreneur, forever business owner, is the founder of University Alexia Company, accountant by profession, of course, physical well-being and financial independence counselor. She's a speaker, a movie writer, a director, a producer, and a stylist. And on top of that, she's also the ACC country director from the Republic of Congo. So thank you so much, Ma, for joining in. I'm made aware that you're with us on call. Thank you so much, and we are humbled even to have you on board, even as you tell us your experiences and even the opportunities that are based on the spaces that you are party to. You can share out with the African youth. Thank you so much, and you can take the stage. But before you do that, probably the French translator can just translate what I've just said. Then finally you take up the stage. Thank you so much for keeping with us.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
I hear you.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay. You can see me too.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can.
Sure, we can.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, President Innocent, for inviting me here. So I am Mrs. Magnificat. I hear people saying Magnificat. I am Magnificat. Magnificat Obaya from Congo Brazzaville. I am an entrepreneur, and I'm going to share my little experience. I worked as a marketing director in a TV channel. I also work as an accountant and administrative and financial director in an internet network distribution company. I worked a lot and very hard in order to earn a little more money than I was earning, and I hardly saw my daughter grow up. It was not easy for me. I realized that as an employee, my start and my end time depended on someone. My break depended on someone. My vacation and my work or my dismissal depended on someone. And it means that is to say, when I could least expect it, I could be fired at any time, and with or without my right. I realized that I was fulfilling someone else's dreams while mine was dying. I didn't know how to achieve my goals. And 8 years ago, I decided to be independent. I decided to be my own boss. And I'm talking here, I want to talk to youth because I'm financially free now and everything is going well. I have given myself a mission of leading youth to be financially free, to take care of themselves, to work hard to succeed, not to be in favor of the slightest effort or the easy way to succeed, but to earn honestly money and properly. And I'm now realizing my dreams in the field that I always loved, especially in the cinema, because I like to speak to people. And cinema is one of the ways we can reach many people over the world we can talk to people. And I directed my first movie in 2013. And now I'm getting ready to direct my second movie, this time featuring with Nigerians, Cameroonians, and Democratic Congolese. As we are talking about post-COVID, I think that COVID came to teach us how to work, how to get up, how to wake up, to work properly. Because I think that people like only offices because they think that to earn money properly is only to go in the office and work. No, we have many ways to earn money, many ways to work. And here we have to teach young people, to how to earn money, how to work hard. As I forgot the name of that lady said that youth must get up and by themselves to work hard, to search how to work, how to go out the poverty, because young people must has to be teacher, to be oriented how to work, how to do many things like to work in internet technology. We have many things to do with internet. We can earn money in internet, but people are using internet so badly, and they don't know what to do with internet. And knowing that a human being needs to be physically strong, because a sick body cannot work, cannot do anything. And today, what we eat, I mean the food we eat lost 75% of its nutrients. So I decided to be trained in the field of nutrition. So I'm counselor of in physical well-being. So I sometimes train youth people to work hard in this field too, because we have a lot to do, a lot to learn in this world. We don't have to, because you can notice that people become lazy in this period after COVID. They are saying that there is no job, there is no more job. We have job, we have many things to do to earn money. We have many things to do to go ahead. Just we have to search and to know where to knock, which door to knock, and to get a job. So my advice here is to advise youth to wake up, to get up, and to search what to do. So we can get something to do. We can have something to do if we search, if we can do something. We don't have to stay and waiting for someone to feed us, waiting for someone to help in any ways, but we have to go and search for something to do. But because people become very, very lazy, they are now taking advantage of the period of COVID, of after post-COVID. They are so afraid and say that there is no more job. There is job. There is too much job that we can do, that we can find. Okay, that's what I had to share today. And if there is question, I'm here. Thank you so much.
Voilà, c'était là de la part de Madame Magnifica Tobaya depuis la République du Congo. Elle est entrepreneure et conseillère en bien-être, santé financière. Voilà. Pour elle, il y a encore beaucoup de travail ici à faire, il y en a beaucoup. C'est juste qu'avec certains paresseux qui ne veulent pas travailler, qui ne font que regarder le mauvais côté de Covid, que Covid est venu rendre certains paresseux, bien qu'il y en a d'autres qui sont devenus un peu plus éveillés, mais il y en a d'autres qui se servent toujours de la paresse, se servent un peu du Covid pour dire qu'il n'y a plus de boulot, qu'il n'y a plus rien à faire, alors qu'il y a encore du travail. Il suffit d'un peu de volonté et d'un peu de bonne vision. Et encore, Madame Magnificat Toubaya précise sur ce qu'il y a aujourd'hui de l'Internet. Certains peut-être s'en servent encore à mauvais escient. Mais Internet aujourd'hui est devenu le catalyseur, le moyen sûr et efficace pour accomplir beaucoup d'activités. Voilà.
We appreciate you, Magnificat. Let's hear for this wonderful, and sorry if I murdered your name, please. Sorry for that.
No problem.
We appreciate you for your time and for you to kind of, let us know, the importance and some of the things that African youth can also, involve themselves to better improve themselves in this post-COVID era. So much appreciate you for your talk and your speech. So we want to use this opportunity to ask for people that has questions. If you know you have questions, you can put them in the chat box, or if you think you can ask directly, the floor is yours now. So, but hopefully I have one question first on this chat, but I doubt the first speaker is still around. The doc that spoke to us. Somebody asked, that should be Mr. Daniel. He asked, she spoke about YouTubing, what we should do. This is awesome. My question is, what do we do to get more subscribers and viewers to our channel? Because that is the most challenge YouTubers faces. I don't know whether the first speaker is still available to just address this question.
She'll move to the second speaker first, and then probably let me see if I can reach out to her.
Okay, so the second speaker, which is Jermaine Mode, so he questioned that he talked about network and how people out there are ready to help us achieve our goals. So please, sir, is there any community or group you could recommend for us here in education sector? In education sector, to help most African youth who are academically sound and want to further their education but are limited by opportunities and financial challenges. So I doubt the second speaker is still here. I don't know. I doubt, but I could possibly throw a little light on that second question. So, Mr. Daniel, yeah, we know that most people are academically sound and they want to further their program abroad, and sometimes to school abroad has a lot of financial limitation, especially because it's quite capital intensive. But I think now a lot of scholarship opportunities are quite available, and especially if you follow LinkedIn or Twitter space where you kind of try to follow people who are scholars, so I don't really know the level of your education now, whether it's undergraduate or you're already a master's student. But I believe there are quite a lot of opportunities in terms of scholarship that you could be able to, check after. For example, for master's program, there are a lot of them, the MasterCard, the Chevening, the Commonwealth, the Erasmus, and all of them. So what I would encourage you is to think about, go to this Twitter or LinkedIn, try to follow scholars, and they do a lot of webinars too. You can as well connect with me. We might begin to, think on how I can personally assist you on that. But for the first question, I don't know what I can offer you on that.
Donc voilà, l'intervenant tout à l'heure a dédié les questions, par exemple, à la toute première intervenante. Ben, comment faire pour augmenter le nombre de, peut-être de followers dans nos pages respectives, parce qu'Internet aujourd'hui se fait tout. Ben, comment le faire? Quelles sont peut-être les procédures, les techniques? Ben, voilà aussi pour le deuxième intervenant. Ben, s'ils sont toujours encore available, ils demandaient en tout cas, ben, les questions sont donc posées aux intervenants.
Mr. Edward, I've just posted on the chat box for people who are interested in the mentorship. The link is available there. You could copy it and do the necessary registration. So I don't think we still have more questions. I think the floor is open. If you have question where you need to get the clarification, you could possibly reach out now for the speakers to address one or two that is not quite clear to you.
Ben, toujours sur les questions, ben, ceux qui ont des questions à poser, ben, ils n'ont qu'à le poser soit en écrivant, que le modérateur le lise ou qu'il pose des questions directement.
In the absence of no other questions, so I'm going to invite the president of SCC in the person of Mr. Innocent. I think he has his closing remark and other things to say to us. The floor is yours, Mr. Innocent.
The closing remark was meant for Mr. Sawyer. If he's not there, I can take away.
Et donc, s'il n'y a pas de questions, ben, le modérateur invitera directement le président de l'African Community Changers à prendre part. Donc, s'il n'y a pas de questions, dans les quelques secondes qui suivront, le président sera obligé de prendre la parole.
Okay. Mr. Sawyer, are you taking over or I should go ahead?
I can take it, no problem. For closing remarks, yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for being here. Even for me, I think this has been an amazing experience listening to everyone and seeing what sort of things are happening in Africa as well. I would say make use of all the resources, like all of the speakers have talked about, make use of the internet, make use of all of these resources that the ACC has put out, and leverage the internet to use everything, learn everything. There's so much to learn. There's so many courses online. There's just so much to learn that you can do online. So I would definitely say use all your time to learn things, and as a lot of speakers have said, use it properly, use it for the right things, and try to make the most of it. And yeah, thank you so much, speakers, for taking out the time. I know it is precious time on a Saturday, but thank you so much for taking out the time to speak with everyone and helping everyone out. So thank you.
The second speaker is around now. Can you respond to the question if you are hearing me before we close? Thank you. And then you can wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay. The second speaker, can I just go through the question? He talked about network and how people out there are ready to help us achieve our goals. Please, sir, is there a community or a group you could recommend for us here in the educational sector to help most African youth who are academically sound and want to further their education but are limited by opportunities and financial challenges?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, what I would recommend, here's what I did. You want to get on LinkedIn, okay? You want to get on LinkedIn. And the reason I say that is because there's so many people on there. First of all, LinkedIn has a lot of free courses, has a lot of free training, and you can also join a lot of the different groups. The key to building, when you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of finances or a lot of resources, your number one thing to do is to network, because networking is literally free. If you can find somewhere to get online, whether it's a phone or a tablet, a computer, a library, and if you can get online and start networking with the world, I recommend LinkedIn, because building relationships will open up everything to you. That's what I did. I didn't start with a lot of money. Matter of fact, I didn't start with any money. All I started with was getting on LinkedIn and starting connecting to people. And I used those relationships to open more doors and open more doors. I've actually went on a world tour for free simply by networking. So my advice to anybody who wants to build their career, who wants to grow educationally, take advantage of all the free resources online first. But most importantly, build your network of people. And you can network online with people in just about every country on this planet for free. Build those relationships, get into those circles, learn from those people, get involved with what they're doing. One thing about being in Africa, the world, everybody wants to be involved with Africa. And I'm from America, and I'm telling you, everybody wants to be involved with something going on in Africa. You guys have an advantage there. So get on LinkedIn, start networking, join all the groups you can, and let your network make you successful. That's what I did.
Voilà, comme le dit M. Germain, ben, ce qu'il recommande directement, c'est LinkedIn. À LinkedIn, il y a beaucoup de formations, il y a beaucoup de cours gratuits, des cours gratuits. Déjà que lui-même, il dit qu'il a commencé à se faire former gratuitement sans rien payer. Donc, il insiste de se créer un bon réseau de personnes et d'apprendre, de commencer par ça. Et encore sur un détail que l'Afrique aujourd'hui, partout dans le monde, on veut avoir un lien avec ici l'Afrique. Donc ici, pour ceux qui sont ici dans le continent, à eux d'aller créer et d'avoir un grand réseautage. LinkedIn, comme il insistait en tout cas là-dessus, LinkedIn, il y a des formations gratuites, vous ne payez absolument rien. Donc, à vous de vraiment vous engager déjà.
Yep. Thank you so much for your translation. So, we appreciate everybody for participating, and I believe that we have learned one or two things. Just like every speaker has rightly pointed, the most important thing is your ability to network. Network. You need right information for everything to enable you to succeed in whatever career you want to pursue. So we invite Innocent to wrap it up for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you for the respecting our time, and thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for the presentation. I really appreciate the African community changers. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you, the moderators. Thank you, the listener, and thank you, our speaker. We will try and keep in touch to everyone. And then the video or the recording of this event will be sent to everyone. And also a survey will be sent to everyone as well. We'll build the relationship as we have already started. Already is the main thing. And then solving problem in Africa is the goal. And then we know that we are facing challenges in different countries in Africa. And if we come together, we can address the issue, and then we can make Africa great again. Really appreciate and then thank every one of you for honoring our invitation. Thank you so much. Remember, guys.
Merci tout le monde, merci pour votre participation, merci pour tout le monde et que les modérateurs, les participants et ceux qui assistaient aussi. African Community Changers vous remercie de tout ça. Ici en Afrique, on va faire face, on va relever le défi de chaque problème dans chaque pays. Et pour cela, c'est cette unité-là dont on a besoin pour parler, édifier et encore orienter. Merci encore beaucoup. Merci.
Les vidéos enregistrées là seront envoyées à chacun.
Thank you all. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.
Turn up your video. Your video. Let us take a picture, please, before you leave, please.
Okay.
Turn up your video. Let's take a picture before you leave, please. Everyone, please. Translate, please.
Éteignez vos vidéos. Oui, on enlève les vidéos. C'est ce qu'il a dit.
Allumez vos vidéos, s'il vous plaît, pour qu'on puisse prendre une photo.
Turn off.
Turn on. Turn on.
Turn on. Voilà.
Turn
Turn
on.
off.
Messiah, please take over. Some people are still here to turn on.
Come here, come over here. Viens ici. Là, là-bas, ta vidéo est franchie.
Okay, take the video, the pictures.
Fallait mettre ta vidéo là-bas.
Mr. Soya, when you are ready, let me know. Hello, can you hear me?
I have taken some photos, like some screenshots.
Okay.
I can share that.
Okay. Shahi, you are here to turn on your video. John, Adila, Samili, Rian, Judith, Shagis, my lamb, Akachao, your video. Jermaine Mode, Mem Fatih, you are here to turn off your video. Faith Uchotu, you are here to turn off your video. Please turn off your video. Odongo Benson, you are here to turn off your video. Fatih. Okay. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you. Really appreciate. We'll keep in touch. We all the team from African Community Changers say thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.